but they can do that too.
I would say he's capable of doing it. It's just not his normal
Yes.
lane on
Um,
the highway.
Snoop has a you familiar with the album The Blue Carpet Treatment?
Mm-mm.
You should listen to The Blue Carpet Treatment. It's not Doggy Style, but it's probably Snoop's second or third best album. Like when we talk about Snoop's catalog, we I mean, of course, there's Doggy Style
Right.
as a solo artist, but it's between The Blue Carpet Treatment and Rhythm and Gangsta
Okay.
has what his second best album is. Rhythm and Gangsta has Drop It Like It's Hot.
Right.
Um, but the but the Blue Carpet Treatment has the Vato record with Be Real. I don't know if you're familiar with
I'm not
Vato. You
familiar
probably
with
don't
it.
know Vato.
Well,
You know the
I
R.
might
Kelly.
know it if I heard it, but I don't
You
know
would
it
if you
from the
would if you
name.
knew it. You know the R. Kelly record. That's that shit. That's that shit. Boom
Yeah.
boom. Yep, that's on there. That's on the Blue Carpet Treatment. Boss's Life with Akon, living that boss's life.
Yeah.
That's on the Blue Carpet
Mm-hmm.
Treatment. So there's stuff on there, but the start of the Blue Carpet Treatment is a song called Think About It.
Mm-hmm.
And Think About It is one of those records where it's like, oh, Snoop only takes it easy on the mic because it's a conscious effort to. If he wants to do the super duper hero rap thing, he
Mm-hmm.
can and do it very, very well at will. So
Wow.
he's kind of letting you know that it's like, no, 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 I choose not to be like super lyrical. If I want to, I can do that like rapping stuff. So
Okay.
he's got that in him. And so a lot of the times when people are like, Snoop's not top 10, I'm like, I get when they say that,
Mm-hmm.
but I don't because you're looking at what you haven't heard him do, but you haven't heard and given him enough respect for the times that he has done it. He just doesn't do it often.
Yeah.
He doesn't show how lyrically nice he is as much as the other top notch guys does. It's
Right.
not his thing. It never has been because he came into the game like this,
Mm-hmm.
from the depths of the sea back to the block. Snoop Doggy Dog funky as the doc. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's not
Yeah.
it's nothing complicated about it, but it does a few things. You know what I'm saying? First of all,
Mm.
you hear his voice and you hear his draw.
Yeah. The draw is icon.
The draw is iconic off first listen, but it's also the context. Like he starts off funky as the doc, as in the DOC's first single that he
Right.
released that Dre produced. It's funky enough.
Mm.
The DOC is who taught Snoop Dogg how to write bars.
Okay.
So there's some context when he's starting off his first single and he's bringing up the DOC's first single to start off the
Right.
record.
Okay. That gives them
He's like,
context. Sure. Yeah.
give you some context. Like, hey, you remember when DOC dropped Funky Enough? This is that amped up. Same producer, new MC. The guy who taught this new MC is the guy that made Funky Enough. So there's the shout out at the beginning. A lot of
Yeah.
people don't know about, everybody knows about Snoop and Dre, but it's really always been a trifecta. It's Snoop, Dre, and the DOC because the DOC is always the one that's been helping write,
Mm.
help teach Snoop how to write. And when I mean it goes on, no, 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 that's the DOC in the back of the car in the Still DRE video too.
Okay.
You know,
That goes all
seven,
the
eight
way.
years
That's much
after,
later. Yeah.
much later. So that's what I mean. So DOC is the big homie, and so a lot of people just miss the comment. And this is what I mean. Though Snoop does a lot of little things that great MCs do too.
Hmm.
You just got to highlight it. It's not the lyrical miracle, but the context is there from the depths of the sea back to the blocks. Doggy Dog, Funky, yes, the doc. People that didn't know who the DOC was for people who heard the DOC and heard the DOC's first album, a lot of people felt like he was a top 10 MC
Hmm.
and could be somebody that could ascend to be the best, if not one, if the best, if not one of the best in the game, which he already was. So Snoop is putting himself in rare air by doing that too. You
Okay.
know, so the "What's My Name" record actually starts off with the shout out.
Right. Okay.
Right. So before he gets to his shit, he kind of gives DOC his props, he gives Dre his props, and he gets the party started. And that's what
Gotcha.
I mean. It's like, nah, it's not. Is it? The lyrical stuff that Nas and Jay and is doing coming out. It's like no, but it doesn't have to be. Like matter of fact, this record is almost better than most of the records they've ever made. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, and Doggy Style is the first album to go number one on the hip hop charts, and this song is a super super big reason why.
This is one of the first hip hop songs I remember being familiar with. Like, um, like having crossed over and I actually knew this one before I knew the George Clinton one. Then, because I remember
Wow.
listening to P Funk in college, and that's a very Asheville thing to do.
You're
I
like,
know.
hey,
I was like, wait, that's yeah,
yeah. You're like, hey.
that's
Um, it's funny.